Hello there, Richard Hirstwood, Hirstwood Training. Here's one of the new iPad, iPod Touch, iPhone updates. In this little video, there's actually 3 just gone up online. In this video, I want to show you some apps which I just think will be good for education. Have a look at these. Weather HD. Weather HD just gives you the weather. So it'll pop up, just loads, and there's the weather for Morecambe, which of course is always sunny in Morecambe. And if I scroll it on, there's the weather for London. And what's it doing up in Fort William? Oh, it's raining. Blah. That's lovely. Weather HD. Really, really nice. So that was a really good one to get us started off. Let's have a look at something else that's really great for education. Google Earth. Obviously it's used in classrooms a heck of a lot. But what about on the iPad? I have to say it works really, really well on the iPad. Just zooming around the world doing everything that you do on Google Earth. There you go. Zooming right into Croatia. We were in Croatia a few weeks ago. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, the last time we did a video I showed you a wonderful application. This one, it's called 400 Sounds. I make sounds. It is really, really nice, but unfortunately I've got to tell you, for some reason it's not in the iTunes store anymore. So if you had this, keep hold of it. Don't delete it, because it looks like you can't get it again. So it's brilliant, but you can't get it. But the good news is there is an alternative. What's this one called? It's called Big Sounds HD. Does almost the same thing, but not quite as many sounds. But I have to say, the pictures are so much nicer. Big Sounds HD. Really useful for storytelling and things like that. But have a close listen to some of the sounds and make sure that you think they're all appropriate with children that you're working with. If you go onto the iTunes store, you'll find there's lots of sound effect generators now, which are just a dream for us to use when we're telling stories and just doing hearing, just listening to different sounds. It's wonderful. This one's really great, very visual one, great for fine motor control. It's called Balloonimals. Balloon Animals. It's Balloonimals HD, so there must be a version for the iPod and the iPhone. You scribble on the screen like that, and it makes a dinosaur. Then if you touch the screen, he'll go for you and do all kinds of things. Then the little pump on the side lets you blow him up and... oh, he's gone down. Pump him up and bang, he's gone. You can flick between different coloured balloons, and different coloured balloons will create different animals. So get all your gross motor going there and your fine motor control. Absolutely brilliant. Watch this one, little unicorn. What does it do? Oh, squirts the screen. I can tell I'm very impressed with this one actually. It's really good fun. It's a shame it doesn't output to a projector, because it would be wonderful to project this one on the wall. It'd be brilliant. But that one is nice. Balloonimals. Here's one for those of you who like traditional stories. I like the idea that you can choose to read it yourself, or you can have it just play for you, which is really quite cool. And it goes through the whole of the book. There's also a Toy Story one that somebody told me about yesterday, and apparently that one's free, whereas this one wasn't. However, this is very well presented. The graphics, as always with Zeus books, really, really interesting.
We sat there, we two, and I said...
Here's one that's absolutely fascinating. It's called Ocean Blue. It takes a little while to load up because there are some incredible graphics in this thing. What it basically does, it sticks you in the sea. Works on the motion sensor as well. So you can see as I move the iPad, sorry about the reflections there, but as I move the iPad, I can actually look around. So we'll just keep looking down for the moment, and you'll see there I can put in different backgrounds. So if I want to change the background, I can. And I can change it into all sorts of things. So if I want it very uncluttered, we can just have a blue background like that. You can put different fish in, you can do all sorts with this. Here we go, let's put it back to some rocks in there. Look at the shark down the bottom. So let's put some more fish in. There you go. Little Nemo fish, chucked him in there. I think we need... let's have a look. You can flush them out. Oh, yeah, watch this. There you go. I flushed them all out. they've all gone. So let's chuck loads of fish in and let's, hundreds of sharks. There you go. There's loads of sharks. The sharks like to live in the bottom, so they will slowly work their way down into that cave down there. It is really cool. So, if we get some more fish, here we go, let's just throw a few more in. And it's actually easier to see this from the side, but I'm filming from the top down. But let's have a look at that fish. There you go, I've just taken a photograph of him. Now then, you can interact with this fish. You can just grab any one of these fish. Doesn't like being touched, but there you go. I can move them around. We can have a look at the underside, the top side. We can go in a bit closer. We can do all sorts of things like that. Then the clever bit. If I take a photograph of him, let's get his good side first. Take a photograph there. Now his photograph will come up and it'll tell us all about the white spotted boxfish. Let's throw him back in again once we've read it and let him play with all the other fish. It's fantastic, is this? Brilliant. Again, it doesn't output to a data projector, which is a real shame, but it is absolutely fantastic. So that one is called Ocean Blue. Now here is a really fascinating sound app. Boom. Boom. So as you talk into the microphone, which is built into the iPod or iPad, it will basically make those circles go with the sound. You can play with music, you can put your finger on the screen, create all sorts of different patterns. It's a really fascinating one. 2 fingers, 3 fingers, 4 fingers, 5 fingers, all different finger strokes, different combinations will do different things. I haven't had time to sit down and learn them all, but I think this is a really fascinating one and really nice for encouraging vocalization. So here's another one of the visualizer apps. This is an Uzu, U-Z-U. Now, as well as operating with your finger, you can do incredible things with this. It's really visual. It's wonderful for tracking skills, for cause and effect. You don't get switches that do that. It's marvellous. And one of the really great things about this app is that it outputs to VGA. In other words, you can plug this into your data projector, into your Pico projector or the projector you've got in the classroom or anywhere, and these patterns will be projected onto the screen, onto the wall, onto a brolly, just about anywhere. They're absolutely wonderful. So that one is really worth a look. U-Z-U, Uzu. Right, so that's the end of this short video. Have a look online at the other videos I've got on iPads and iPods, and of course all the other training videos we have. Go to our website. The address is www.multi-sensory-room.co.uk. Easy when you say it fast. Have a look at our training courses, lots of different things going on, and please keep coming back. Thanks for watching.